the songs, they don't resonate with me at all. Like, I just hear people making noise. I'm not connecting with the words. I don't even know if I'm hearing the words. Or if I'm hearing the words, it's just words. It's nothing that makes me feel any different. It doesn't connect with my spirit, I'd say. And then I just sit there like, okay, I'm in church. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Yeah, I woke up this morning. I chose real craziness. You see how I look, but it is what it is. Before I say anything more, just don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah, excuse my. I'm not even gonna say excuse the way I look, because I want to be authentic. I want to be realistic as much as I can be, and this is what it is. Like, child, I think content creators put themselves through like a lot just to give you that perfect image, all dolled up, that kind of thing. Well, this morning I got up and I'm like, no way. I'm not going to be able to maintain that if I'm going to try to make this thing as realistic as I want it to be, as authentic as I want it to be. Nobody gets up every day looking like a whole doll. Some of us, we only doll up when we're stepping through the door or just once in a while. I I'm kind of on a different side of things. Like, I don't want to create unnecessary work for myself, having to get up every time I'm gonna make a video, and like having to put on makeup or stuff like that. So yeah, I got up like this. I'm not ready to pull out my head ties yet. I'm gonna make breakfast and I have no makeup on. You may see all the blemishes and everything that I have because my face has been acting up. I guess it's with the heat or what. It usually does this throughout the summer, but I'm okay. It's all right. All right. Now, I got up this morning and I was wondering, because I've been off for I haven't posted in a good maybe 7 days, because my phone just went out. It went blank, battery started swelling, and so I had to wait for Apple to replace it. Kudos to Apple, by the way, because we could never ever get this done in Jamaica. Like, when I went to the Apple store and they said, we're gonna replace your phone free of cost, I was like, ooh, ooh. But yeah, so I now have a new phone and I'm ready to go again. I over the throughout the time I wasn't able to make videos, I was there just thinking, like, what is it that I could do next? What video do I need to post next? Should it be about teaching? Should it be about international teachers? What should it be about? And then this morning, so I had planned to make a video on, like growing your credit when you get here as an international teacher. But then this morning I got up and I came across this video with this gentleman sharing his story about him being dead, and he went to hell for like 3 minutes and something, right? And it just dawned on me that, Christianity is not easy, and getting people to believe what you believe is not easy. I don't even know if our purpose is to get people to believe what we do believe, because I feel like if you don't go through these experiences, and if you've never experienced anything like this that is out of the world, like it's beyond this world, then you never get to truly understand what people like that gentleman, or even people like me, are really talking about. I would have shared my story like maybe a whole year ago. If you want to go back to that video, I'll try to link it. I really don't know much about how to do the links as yet, but I'll try to link it. My first surreal experience with God, the video is there, and I'm just gonna jump into why I got baptized, and like, the struggles that come with it. It's not easy. It is something hard. I hear people say every day that teaching is hard. Oh baby, try like committing to God, and trying to just making that commitment to follow through and to do what you know God wants you to do, what you understand God wants you to do, and see how hard it is. It's really challenging. It's no easy feat. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about this morning. And so it's going to be like a little vlog, right? I'm going to talk to you while hopefully you'll be able to hear me. I'm going to talk to you while I fry my overnight dumplings. If you know, you know. I feel like, I don't know if it's only Jamaicans who do this, but these dumplings were cooked like 2 days ago, put up, leftovers, slice them in two, and then I'm going to fry them over. This is the best thing, trust and believe me. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's done, because I don't think you can see everything that's happening on the stove. So let me just move right into it. All right, so yeah, I do feel like people think Christianity is so easy. It's not easy for me. I don't know if it's easy for anybody else. It's very challenging. Let me share with you why I got baptized and why I felt the need like to give my life to God, like all over, giving him full control. It was not because of a denomination. It was not because of the fact that I grew up in church or grandma used to take me to church, or it was not because I wanted to please any pastor. I wanted to, it was none of that. It was not because I knew my Bible more than anybody else did. It was because of the experiences I had that were, I'd say, not of this world. They are beyond the things that we go through every day. And as I mentioned before, I won't go through that right now, but you can go back to previous videos I have on the channel. So yes, I knew in that moment, and I still do believe that strongly now, that there was a calling on my life, and I needed to answer that calling. But where do we go from there? Like, there was nothing that could stop me from getting baptized. Absolutely nothing, because of, again, I'd say the sole reason, apart from the fact that I grew up knowing that there was a God, and that was always instilled in us from young. We knew there was a supreme being, and yeah, all of that. But the main reason I got baptized was because of my one-on-one with God, right? Again, I wasn't a Christian, a committed Christian. I wasn't reading my Bible more than anybody else. As a matter of fact, I need to spend some time reading because I feel like I don't know the Bible like that. It was because of the things that happened to me, and while they are so hard to explain, because like I said, I feel like if you haven't experienced these things, then you're quick to say it's a lie and it's just a catch and whatever the case may be. But for me, I know what took place. I know what happened to me. So I'm okay with being on this side and believing, and if I can share my story and it convinces you just to give your life to God too, or to just look deeper into this whole thing, then fine. But I'm not going to be the one to force anybody to to get to that place where I'm at, or to get baptized, that sort of thing. Because as I mentioned before, I do think you having that experience, that personal experience with him for yourself, is very important in the conviction. Okay, so I'm gonna run from this pot now, because of course it's going to fire from scratch. That means not going to be here pretending as I'm not, as if I'm in a big stuff. Oh, that's loud. Anyway, I still hope you're hearing me. So yeah, that's the reason I got baptized. But I'm telling you, I met many challenges since that time. Like now that I'm baptized, it causes me to be a little bit more critical of myself and the things that I do, the things that I say, even my thoughts. Like I'll be thinking something and I'm like, is it okay for me as a believer, as a Christian to be thinking like this? You know, I want to make some decisions and I'm like, do I make the decision or do I leave it solely up to God? And how do I know when God is actually um, telling me what to do, without having again one of those experiences where things just happen. It happens in the real world, but it is supernatural. How do I even get there? Like, how do I differentiate when I pray and I ask for guidance? How do I differentiate God's voice from all the noise in my head? And that's something I've been praying about. So that's a big challenge. Um, One thing is that again, when someone asks me like, what denomination do you follow? Are you a part of? I'm like, I don't even talk about denomination. When I got baptized, to be honest with you, I didn't even know the name of the church properly. I just, it was that moment when I just knew I needed to get baptized. And of course, I went to the New Believers class and all. And yes, I realized they believed in the same things I believed in, but as it relates to the name of the church and whether it was Pentecostal or whatever, I just didn't care. I wanted to get baptized, right? Yeah. So now I'm struggling with a lot of things. I cannot say everything in this video, but I just give you a few. Like, I have become so critical of my every move and my every step, much to the point where sometimes I just sit back and wondering, like, you know, was it the right time? Did I move too quickly? You know, I'm not gonna say I'm asking myself if I was ready, because I was ready. I was ready to serve. I was ready to go in. But of course, the realities of life will set in, and of course, they pose a challenge. Um, First of all, does it make me less of a Christian because I don't read the Bible cover to cover? I haven't read the Bible. I haven't read even a quarter of the Bible. Most of what I know from the Bible is um, what I grew up on, like what I heard. You know, I feel like I haven't dedicated enough time to reading the Bible, and to be honest with you, it's because of, again, life just has its ways, and I'm all over the place. Let's not say all over the place, but I have so many things doing that I can't find time. Maybe I need to be more intentional about it, like really finding time to sit down and really read my Bible. Then again, there's this struggle. You're reading and you interpret it one way. You go to church and you realize that they're interpreting it in a total different way. That's another struggle. And so I feel like I need to find groups or find people who are really intentional about studying the word and trying to understand the word, just to make me stronger in that area. So that's one struggle, reading the Bible the way I should, or setting aside time to read the Bible. Another struggle is, does it make me less of a Christian because of the fact that I don't always connect with what they're saying in church? Like, that's a struggle, and that's something I pray about again. Like sometimes I go to church, oftentimes I go to church. The songs that they're singing, praise and worship songs, are, I don't know if it's because I'm in a different country and my brain is just used to hearing something else, but the songs, they don't resonate with me at all. Like I just hear people making noise. I'm not connecting with the words. I don't even know if I'm hearing the words. Or if I'm hearing the words, it's just words. It's nothing that makes me feel any different. It doesn't connect with my spirit, I'd say. And then I just sit there like, okay, I'm in church. But is it enough just to be in church? I'd say no, you know. So it's not all the time that the word connects or I connect with what's happening in church. There's sometimes when my focus is elsewhere. There's sometimes when I go to church, with things on my mind, and while I'm in church, I cannot even get away from those things. It doesn't make me less of a Christian. Um, that's another struggle. And another thing that I struggle with is I need somebody to clear up tithing for me. And when I go to church, I give what I can give, right? There are times when I give $200, but there are also times when I feel like I can only give $10. Um, does that make me less of a Christian? Does it mean that I'm not doing the right thing? Right? I know about the 1/10 and I know all of that. And sometimes I question myself after. If you really give up 1/10, if you're not making much and you give up 1/10, and you struggle after, does it make sense? It doesn't. I don't know. Like I know you're supposed to give, and you're giving with faith that it will come back multiplied, right? But that tithing is something I struggle with. I mean, I'm a young Christian, and I won't say I have time because time waits on no man, and you don't know the hour when it's your time to go. It's your time to leave this earth. So there are so many struggles. I also feel like if you are not I also feel like there are certain things happening in church that I don't agree with. Is it okay to talk about those things? Is that gossiping? You know what I mean? Because they say that if you are going to talk about something and you don't have a solution for it, for example, say you see a church is doing something and you're going to talk about somebody else sees the same thing, or you're going to talk about it with your family or whatnot, but you're not actually confronting the sister, or you don't have a solution to it. It's gossiping, and from what I know, that's sinful. You know what I mean? There's so many things to think about. It really makes you critical of the things you do and of yourself, to the point where sometimes it gets really confusing. I feel like also in church, you're treated, unfortunately, based on like how involved you are, how much you give of yourself to the church. And like I said, I live like a pretty full life. I don't have much time. I'm not saying I don't have time for God, but I'm saying on a regular day, I go to work. I leave work, I come back, I'm probably jumping online for a class, for my course. I get so, you know, overwhelmed by the many things I have to do. I have kids, I have all of that. And I'm just saying, like, you know, sometimes I can't even make it to church. And really, nobody questions the prayer. Why is that blazing up? You see that? It's the oil in it. Let me turn it over side on this. Yeah. Nobody really checks me to pray. You know, that's how are you doing? Why aren't you coming to church? I don't know. And then you go back 4 weeks like that, and nobody even says to you, you know, how is it going? We struggle with so many things, like I struggle with a lot. I don't live a princess life, you know what I mean? I go through a lot of struggles. There's so many decisions for me to make even now. So many things that are going on in my life. And sometimes I wish I had someone to talk to. I don't know if I can even find that. Yeah, of course, this fire detector gonna act like me I burned down the place. Me know me can't cook and all of that, but yeah. So I was saying, like, sometimes I love to have someone to talk to, someone who is also a Christian, someone I can probably trust, not to go out and spread my business and, you know, do all of that. And it's so hard to find such person. It's really so hard. So I do go through a lot because I find myself having to deal with everything I'm going through on my own. And, you know, it's tough. It's tough. So being a Christian comes with a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges. It makes you a stressful time. It makes you so much more critical. And oftentimes, even to share your stories, oftentimes I don't feel like I want to share my stories because I feel like people will think you're crazy. You're going through these things, and there are many others who have not, they cannot relate to what you're saying because this has never happened to them. And I feel like it makes you look so crazy and you sound so crazy. You know, it took me a hot minute before I could actually open my mouth and share even the story that's in the other video. And, you know, it's tough. It is tough. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't want to stretch this video too much. But this is what my dumplings look like. I like to fry them really brown. Tastes good. I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay. Do you struggle as a Christian? Can you relate to what I'm saying? Are you of, you know, a different opinion on anything that I've mentioned? Let me know in the comment section. And I'll talk some more on this topic if I feel the need to. Okay? I'm going to have my fried dumplings with some leftover stewed pork that I have. You don't want to taste that. And I'm going to have that with some good oil. I think maybe some carrot juice. I'll show you when it's done. I think about what I've said. I'm happy that I have my phone back and I'm able to come back on. I don't know how happy you are, because I don't know if I'm entertaining, but I'll continue to share. Have a good old Saturday. Um, and we'll talk
Yeah, so this is my little
in the
breakfast.
next
It's right
video. Oh,
over
I won't
the
close out
oven.
yet. I'll show you what the food looks like when
Yeah,
I'm
don't tell
done,
me that
and
they're
then I'll
not
close out.
burnt because they're not. That's how I
But
like my
until
food.
then, don't
So
forget to like,
everything
comment,
is about
share, and
to be touched,
subscribe. Help your
and I'm
girl
having
to move
that
up.
with
And
some good
I
carrot
appreciate
juice.
all of you who have
Well, 100%
already done
juice, no
so.
sugar
Pick up
added. I didn't
myself.
know that carrot
All
juice would
right?
taste this good without sugar or not. So
Bye.
really nice. Found it in the supermarket last week, and I think I've bought about 3 bottles so far. It's so good. All right, bye.